Arithmetic series is the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. In general, the sum, denoted by S sub n, of an arithmetic sequence may be expressed in the formula S sub n equals n times a sub 1 plus a sub n over 2. This formula is used when the number of terms, the first term and the last term, are given. However, there are cases where the last term is not given but the value of d is given. Since a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, the formula could be rewritten as S sub n equals n times a sub 1 plus a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d all over 2. We just replace a sub n by this value. We can combine a sub 1, so the formula is now S sub n equals n times 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d all over 2. A sub 1 plus a sub 1 is 2a sub 1. So we use this formula to find the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence given the value of n, a sub 1, and d. But if the given are n, a sub 1, and a sub n, we use this formula. Examples. Number 1. Find the sum of the first 10 terms of an arithmetic sequence where a sub 1 is 8 and d is 7. Since we're looking for the sum of an arithmetic sequence and the value of d is given instead of the last term, we use this formula, where n is 10, a sub 1 is 8, and d is 7. Simplify. 10 divided by 2 is 5, times 2 times 8 is 16, plus 10 minus 1 is 9, times 7. 9 times 7 is 63, and 16 plus 63 is 79. 5 times 79 is 395. Number 2. Mary scored a total of 185 in her 5 tests. If her score in each test was 5 more than the previous one, what was her score in the 5th test? The given are S sub 5, which is 185, the total score in her 5 tests. D is 5, her score in each test was 5 more than the previous one. N is 5, there are a total of 5 tests. And we are looking for A sub 5, her score in the 5th test. We can use this formula since we are looking for the last term or nth term and we have the value of S sub n. But first, we need to find a sub 1. We can solve it by using this formula, or we can do it by representation. We let x be the score of the first test. X plus 5 equals the score of the second test. Take note, each test was 5 more than the previous one. X plus 10 be the score of the third test. X plus 15 the score of the fourth test. X plus 20 be the score of the 5th test. And the sum of all of these values should be equal to 185. Simplify. X plus x plus x plus x plus x is 5x, plus 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 is 50, equals 185. Combine the constant term. 185 minus 50 is 135. Then divide the equation by 5 to solve for x. So x is equal to 27. 135 divided 5 is 27. Therefore, the score of the first test is 27. We can now actually find the score of the 5th test by replacing x with 27 plus 20, since we let x plus 20 be the score of the 5th test. And 27 plus 20 is 47. Therefore, Mary got a score of 47 in her 5th test. Let us see if we arrive at the same answer if we use this formula, where S sub n is 185, n is 5, and a sub 1 is 27, the score of the first test. This will become 185 equals 135 plus 5a sub 5 over 2. 5 times 27 is 135 plus 5 times a sub 5 is 5a sub 5. Then cross multiply. 185 times 2 is 370. Then just copy the numerator 135 plus 5a sub 5. Combine the constant terms. 370 minus 135 is 235 equals 5a sub 5. Divide the equation by 5. So a sub 5 is 47. 235 divided 5 is 47. As can be seen, we can arrive at the same answer using either method. Number 3. If a school offers a monthly starting salary of 20,000 pesos and an increase of 100 pesos per month, what is the total amount of salaries for 3 years? In this problem, we are asked to find the total amount of salaries for 3 years, not just the salary on a particular month. So we use this formula where a sub 1 is 20,000, d is 100, and n is 36. 3 years is equivalent to 36 months. 3 times 12 is 36. Substitute these values and simplify. 36 divided 2 is 18 times 2 times 20,000 is 40,000 plus 36 minus 1 is 35 times 100. 35 times 100 is 3,500 plus 40,000 is 43,500. 18 times 43,500 is equal to 783,000. Therefore, the total amount of salaries for 3 years is 783,000 pesos.